I'm outie. Ace 10 off. You see our Raiders, we're gonna muck here. Versus 7-5. I mean, versus anyone really, we're folding ace 10 off there. What gets really close is a hand like ace jack offsuit. And in fact, I'm probably folding a hand like ace jack off there to a min raise from a 7-5. 9-4 off, we see limp. If this is on the bubble, I'm just shoving here, hands down. Okay, we must be in the money now, because I'm always shoving in that spot versus a limp. And yeah, we're just gonna fold here. All we have is a gut shot, backdoor clubs. This is not strong enough here to call half pot. A6 off to a limp again. It looks trappy. It really did. But he did limp last hand though, right? Yeah. Wow. I kind of maybe just overthought this spot. We have ace high for 16 versus limp. He did limp the last hand as well. I prefer a jam here. Now I want to see the end of this hand. Damn it. We should just jam that pre. I guess when you're multi-tabling, you're not paying attention to all of that though all the time. I think we played 545 hands for this tournament. Just get a little update. Yeah, I'm fine with 3-bet jamming here. It is printing money still. If I see a tighter player opening in the cutoff with like big stacks behind him to play, I'm leaning towards folding these hands more often. Just because I think their range is a lot stronger and they're willing to like call off a lot more. Which makes like 4s pretty shit because we're flipping at best most of the time and we just don't want that. We want fold equity in these spots. So if I have like 10 big blinds here, I might be folding more often than not, just because we have less fold equity. But in saying that, we are getting short, these hands become more valuable. We're going to jam here, so he did have 23 big blinds. He's opening versus like medium stacks, I think it's fine. Let me see a fold. Kings, a jam. Hello. Ace King, sorry to call you, sir. Sorry, not sorry. A raise and a jam. So a min raise from 18, a jam from 11. This is going to be an easy ISO jam here. Are you guys interested in knowing how wide we actually can jam there? Like, what's our cutoff? Should we be folding 8s there? I have a feeling it's like 9s plus an ace queen suited. That's my guess. So what are we jamming? We're jamming 9s plus and ace king. So we're folding ace queen suited. Wow. All right, so we're back. I actually paused the video. I'll stop recording for a couple hours. I went out, did shopping, and cleaned the house a bit. Let's go through this again. 7-5-2 we picked off here. Fold, ace queen off. For 14, easy rejam here. Don't need to chuck them to ICMizer. Easy stuff. Queen jack get wrecked. Deuces here versus a limp. Looks kind of trappy from a 23-2, but a 23-2 is limping 5 of 18 spots. I don't mind a jam here as well. We have to worry about Button, who has us like almost covered. So what I like doing here is maybe making it like a virtual all-in for the 20 big blind sub 20 big blind stacks. So you can probably make this like 10.4 and they have to jam any flop. Yeah, we'll make it 10.4 and then fold to a 3-bet from Button. I think is reasonable. I mean, folding is fine as well, but I feel like this guy's gonna limp fold. So he's already limp folded 3 of 3 times. Like, why not just make this like 10k? Ah, Pav. Maybe I wasn't in love with small blind being short as well. Maybe there's like less fold equity versus him. Like, either way, I should raise that, I think. 3s for 56 here. 1, 2, 3. Nah, there's too many short stacks. I just want to fold here. And if we're going to fold deuces, we're folding 3s here, I hope. Nice. Just see a flop here. Still super profitable. Need 13% equity, which we have. Swing and a miss. See you later. Ace-Jack suited. This is fine for... I think raising is not an option. It's a jam or a limp, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't like making this like 2.5. It's just weird. I just want to limp here or jam it. And if this guy's like a reg, I probably prefer... I like them both, to be honest. Maybe limp here versus recreational, who might not call as wide as he should be calling, and we want action. So I guess shove versus reg, limp versus recreational is a cool play here. Jack 10 limp again here. We have a short stack. We have 2 short stacks behind us. Probably just want to fold here. I mean, although this guy is playing his Broadway super passively, it doesn't mean he's not going to limp call those hands still. So I would say Jack 10 here is going to play really, really poorly versus that range. I'd rather a hand like 7-8 suited here versus range. Even though we have less blocker removal, it's still like, this guy is still limping like a really narrow range that's going to have a decent flop ability, and we don't really want Jack 10 versus that range. Nice fold, and this guy is still limp folded to 8 big blinds. Queen Jack suited here, easy open. Good stuff, Pav. Get a 3-bet. And I do want to call here. I don't see why we shouldn't call here. We need like 28% with a suited Broadway. Let's put his entire 3-bet range here, and we'll chuck a couple of bluffs in there, which is totally reasonable when we're this deep. We're opening Queen Jack of Diamonds. And we'll say he's 3-betting all of these hands. He might even be flooding 10s. I mean, how aggressive is he? He's 3-bet, 5 or 34 spots. 3-bet versus EP open though. This is a stat we look at a lot during in play. 3-bet versus position. Okay, interesting. It's 3-bet 4 of 23 spots versus an EP open, which is actually quite high. But then again, it could just be variance, but that is a pretty high 3-bet frequency versus an EP open. It's reasonable, and then we'll chuck him with a few of these bad boys. 7-8 suited. I like 9-5 suited as well. He's obviously 3-betting more value than his bluffs here, but I think this is reasonable. Right, evaluate. We have 36% versus that range. Now, we only need 28, I believe. Let's say he's only 3-betting strong hands. Jacks plus an ace queen. We have 29% here. We only need 28%. This is a strong enough hand. He's being aggressive as well, so let's include bluffs in his range. Take into account, we are playing out of position, but this hand is just too strong. It flops so well. I'm never folding here. Good boy, Pav. Good boy, you're learning. That's a pair. Alright, she's gonna get dicey now. He bets large. I like calling once. Please don't fold. Good boy. I mean, he's bet so much, I don't even mind just check shoving, to be honest. That is I mean, the pot's 44k now, he is 34 behind. Like, what do you guys think about check shoving? That seems decent to me. It does seem decent. I'm not sure how often he barrels the turn as a bluff. I guess we allow him to, like, jam king, 10, king, jack of the turn. It's close. I guess I could flat and then... Nah, we can't have a donk jam a club on the turn. I call. I'm glad I call here. He has Jack 10 of clubs, so he is 3-bet bluffing, but with hands of decent equity. Can you believe we have to fade the fucking world to FT this tournament? Let's go. Alright, moving on. 10-6 suited here, easy defend, and this guy has 23 big blinds. So what in this spot, like, I don't even mind leading this this flop. Yeah, I don't mind leading this spot. Like a 23 big blind opening range under the gun, like, is like still relatively tight, but like a little bit looser. Like you can still open like every Broadway now, some pseudo connectors. Oh, we have decent backdoors. We shouldn't get like raised that often. Go for a check. How about a check raise, Pav? Nah, it just folds it. Jack 9 suited, easy open, take it down, Jack 10, versus limp. This is the same guy who's limping King 10, King Queen, so I don't like this hand again. I think it plays poorly. I just want to fold here until I go for a weird-ass raise here to 4.5. This raise is too small, not a good hand to raise with as well. Like, I prefer making this, like, 8k, or just folding it. And now we have to call this guy. GetThere.com, 8-9 fold there, Queen 7 fold there, Ace King off, easy open. I get a flat from a 17-14. Usually checking, you don't want to be c-bet bluffing into two players, like, ever. It is really tough to see a lot of folds here. We're gonna have big blind check shoving, pretty much any pair on that flop. Check shoving his draws as well. It's just gonna be too tough to see folds here. I don't mind checking. The good thing about checking here is we're gonna actually see both villains playing pretty freaking damn honest. The only player who's gonna be getting out of line here, I believe, is the cutoff. But if all checks run on the flop and then big blind checks turn, it's just never ever going to be a bluffed hand. It's going to play out as just a check, 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 check unless someone has a value hand. Alright, that's a really good turn for us. And, I mean, I like betting here now. We are going to get value owned sometimes. We're going to value own ourselves from, like, deuces and threes and that, but I don't think he's flooding those small pairs in that spot. So I like betting here to get value from club draws on the turn and other ace highs. We check, though. And, oh, go for value now, Pat. Bet like 4k. Bet 1/3 pot. You're going to get a call here from, like, ace, jack, ace, queen. Weak, dude. 8-9. Ace 9. I could have bet 4k and got called there, dude. Damn. Easy fold here. Jack 9 off, easy fold. 8-4, easy fold. Queen Jack, Deuce Jack suited. We're gonna call a jam here for 8 easily. Oh, he's playing 12-3. We are making money, just barely here. We're making 0.16 of a big blind. But given how this guy is even tighter, shoving like this. And we're just losing big time with Jack 2 suited. I'm glad I folded. Yeah, he's super tight. Jack's here, 2.2. Face a 3-bet from a small 3-bet from a 37 big blind stack. Yeah, I'm just 4-bet stacking here, dude. Like, I don't ever want to flatten this spot. And I flat like an idiot. I mean, he's 3-bet at 5 of 23 spots. He's playing 43-40. Like, I should just 4-bet get this in right now. This is just, not great. This just plays awkward out of position. I just want to 4-bet get this in. That's like the best flop we're going to see. And now it's weird because we're just check calling, because if we're going to flat pre, we can't really be check raising this flop, can we? Unless we expect him to stack off with a 10 here. But what's my play to check call, check fold? Like, it's just silly. He bet small, we call. It's like the best run out possible. We call again here. I tell you what, man, if he jams river here, we just might have to fold. It's a poor run out. Like, He probably still jams aces here for value. I just prefer 4-betting pre to avoid this dumb spot entirely. Thankfully he checks the river and he shows 7-8 offsuit. So he double barreled there with second pair. Alright, moving on. Yeah, do you guys remember how we just like Momo'd this tournament? We were so short at one point. And for some reason he checks back flop. And I bet this turn. I like the sizing here. If I'm going to bet turn, I like betting river as well. It's kind of a weird check from him. He should call here with all of his ace highs, I would imagine. He just folds. Alright, that's a little bit passive from him. That's a great board to c-bet bluff. And if he's going to check back that board and a 9 rolls off and I bet 1/3 pot, he should be calling with like his entire range he checks back flop with, you know? King Jack, we see a 3-bet jam. I'm going to fold here. Fold here. King 3 suited fold here. Do we have any cool bluffs to see? Like, have we done anything creative this tournament yet? Queen. Oh, now I'm 3-betting when I see a call. This changes everything now. And he back raises. 9s. Yeah, see, I don't like flooding 9s there. Because, like, even if he does see a squeeze bluff, we're going to be priced in versus that stack anyway. And 9s just don't play that well. So he should be 3-bet shoving 9s there. IMO. Ace 5 suited here. I think flooding's cool. And we swing, but we want to bet when he checks to us. Really good board. He has no piece of this board, Pav. He's going to check forward ace-x so much here. Just fucking bet. Now he delay bets, and I almost want to call now because he can delay bet a hand like king-queen with a heart, you know? We have outsourced straight as well. He's not delay betting ace-jack 1 heart. And I bet we fold though for the sizing. At all. I wish I bet flop or at least call the turn. Jack's facing a little bit over 2x here. I think flooding's cool. Again, I'm playing really nitty with our strong pairs, but this deep we can find other revenues to make money post-flop. We can also sometimes back raise all in if the button jams it and this guy flats. We go for the flat. And we just check fold. Alright, we're going to go for the raise with the ace-jack and easy call off here. And kings win that one. Uh-oh, we're drowning now. And we just fold to a 3x there. So that guy's 3xing it. Something to note. He 3x when we had ace and offsuit as well. King 8 fold. King 7 off. I don't want to open this hand because it flops kind of awkwardly, and big blind is like, you know, pretty aggressive as well. So I'm just gonna fold here. Cool. Opening most of my suited ace here for 30 and MP. Now we're definitely folding. Jack 2 is fold. Fold the Jack 4. Deuce 9. No, thank you. Queen 10 fold. Nope. Ace rag. See you later. 7's just gonna open this up. Not gonna jam. Too much a jam. And easy call off. Oh wait, no, sorry, he didn't. He 3-bet small. Yeah, in this spot here, we have to put in 19.4k with 7s here. This hand flops like poorly in a 3-bet pot, even versus bluff, so we're gonna punish us. This is kind of a 4-bet fold, a 4-bet or fold spot, and in this spot I just chose to fold here. This guy hadn't been getting out of line too much. I'll just fold it. Fold the ace rag, and we folded the ace 5 here as well. Alright, we're just folding to that. No, not getting some hands. Alright, 7s now. We got down to 16 bigs. I don't know what I'm doing here. Easy jam over this limp. This guy limp folded, which is nice to see for us. Alright, gonna fold here. Queen 8 off, folding. 10-5 suited, easy fold. No. 10's gonna open jam for 15. Chipping up. 8's another open jam. So basically, like, if you want to see how wide we can jam here for 18, so we can jam every pair. Deuces here. Deuces makes like fuck all. We're making half a big blind almost with 8s pushing here, and obviously the lower pair, the lower it goes. Yeah. So we can jam ace-jack properly there. We're folding ace-10 for 17, which doesn't mean we can't like min-raise ace-10 there, even though I'm probably folding ace-10. Jack-9 suited is breaking even. Cool to see. Now let's give us 25 big blinds. If we have 25 big blinds, we can't even jam 8s there. So you can see, like, having 18, we can jam 8. 7 more big blinds. Our stack has more value now, and these hands decrease in value. It's kind of like, think of it like this. If you have 10,000 big blinds, You're dealt aces. That's the only hand you want to get in pre-flop with 10,000 big blinds. If you have kings, you do not ever want to get in 10,000 bigs pre with kings. It's only aces, right? And aces only. It's kind of the same. Like the deeper your stack is, the less value these hands have. So like kings will decrease in value the deeper my stack goes. King Jack versus a raise here. What the fuck is that sizing, dude? 8, 16, 24. He made this like 4x or like 3.5x, like 3.9. I hope he just. Oh, this is so awkward. He's playing 38 to 8. He did limp fold last time in EP. He now goes for a 3.5. I think I might even prefer just flatting here. Nice. And Queen 9 6. I remember this hand. He checks to us, and given how face he's been playing, I think he's gonna have hands like Ace and Ace Jack here, Ace King that all fold to a bet. So go for a half pot sizing, which I like. Anything less, he might peel those hands. And we take it down. We see a min, we're going to jam here. This is like the first time he's min raised, by the way. He's been limping, like 4xing, min 3 betting. This is like the only normal play he's made, so I'm just going to jam here for 23. I'm not in love with it. In fact, I might be in love with flatting a little bit more. Actually, yeah, looking at it now, I think flatting is a little bit cooler with 23 here. I know like we are relatively short. Like we know how poor this guy is going to play post-flop. If he's like 4xing pre-flop and 3 betting small, he's going to make errors post-flop, which like definitely increase the value of this hand. Even though we are going to see a lot of like 3-way pots with the big blind, we do have position at least. So I'm pretty leaning towards flat a little bit more here. Take it down though with a 3-bet jam. Opening here. And this is a jizz flop, obviously. So I want to make sure I size it here where I can get a pot size shove on the river. So I think anywhere like, we can go anywhere under half pot here and still get a pot size shove. We go really, really small. We wanted to come along here with like an ace line here, 1 club, still peel with everything else. Now we're still getting a pot size shove. If we can make this 40k, the pot's going to be 160, we're going to have 140 behind, so 38, still a pot size shove. Pretty good card. He's probably not putting a hand like Queen 10 off now. Jam. Flush is a flush is a flush. Unlucky sir. We see a limp here. Oh, it just folds, sorry. Take it down. Walker's nice. Queen 5 suited, gonna fold here. Nope. I see a raise. I'm keen with like 3-betting and flatting. I guess like verse somewhat an unknown, 28 hands playing solid. Although the cool thing about 3-betting here is we haven't gotten out of line with him yet, so it's unlikely he 4-bets us like right away, in which case like 3-betting here for value is kind of cool. And like obviously 3-bet folding is like the play, we're not going to 3-bet stack. I'm fine with either play. The good thing about 3-betting now is we have 45 big blinds. So with 45 big blinds now, we can afford to kind of like make more aggressive plays. And in the future, by 3-betting here, it's unlikely Don Sebastian like pressures us too much blind versus blind because we did 3-bet him earlier. So yeah, I think 3-betting just to kind of like protect ourselves in the future makes sense here. But I'm not 3-betting as a bluff. Even though I am going to 3-bet fold to a 4-bet, I'm still 3-betting for value. Like I think it's making money regardless. But I don't mind either line here. But like I said, for future protection, I think it's cool to 3-bet here. Which we do, he calls. Queen high flop. I remember this pot. I do prefer checking back in the spot. I want to protect the times we have like ace king here and like ace jack. Not to mention, he's probably flatting ace queen as well, blind versus blind there, so it is tough to get called by heap worse. We still get called by king 10, king jack, jack 10. I think it's reasonable to bet and check, but the problem is like we did 3-bet a guy with no real history with yet. So if we bet flop and he calls, we're kind of like, oh shit, what's he calling with here? Do we bet the turn for value? Do we check it? Whereas if we check flop, we have a clear bet line. But if we bet and then we bet again and he raises, we're fucking like, what the hell is our life? If we bet, then check, then bet, it's tough all round, you know. I don't mind going check, bet. I don't mind going bet, check, bet. But bet is probably the worst line in my opinion. We bet, he folds. Sizing here, we went for like a little bit more than like a third here exactly. I think it's fine. Ace jack flatting is fine. Actually, I probably prefer 3-bet shoving here for 23. Not sure, I'm fine with a jam here though. They're both printing. Ace rag, no thank you, says Pav. 6-8 off, no thank you. 10-3 suited, not gonna call a jam. Alright, be right back, I'm gonna get a drink. Oh my god, it's so freaking good. Yo, I dread editing this video, it's gonna take so freaking long. No, Jack 8 suited? Yeah, we should open this here. Queen 8 suited, no thank you, to a jam for 9, and we're going to fold to a min here. Ace sensitive, easy raise. I'm just gonna flat here, hopefully. 3-betting is kind of cool as well. I think flatting is slightly better. Checks to us, probably bet stack off first big blinds, and hate myself if like the opener check calls. I think the opener should check call every king with 1 club most of the time. We go for a bet. It is better than letting like a card roll off. We hate a lot of turns, so I guess it makes sense. But we're just betting to give up if Don Sebastian like check calls. Take it down though. Ace rag, defending multi-way here. Fall to a C-bet. 8-5 off, no thank you. Don's opening a lot of hands, so we should like keep that in mind. We might want to 3-bet him. We'll just defend here. Good flop. I think I just prefer betting here. I'm thinking like, is there a heap of value in checking this back? And not so much. Reason being, like, we check this back, our best card is a 7 and a queen, obviously. But he needs to have his queen X as well for that to be, like, super good. And he's still check calling queen jack here anyway. So I guess the line is bet. Or maybe even bet check back, because what hands will he, like, check call that check fold turn? Not a heap. We see a bet small and take it down. I'm gonna raise it up here with the H jack. Get a call from small blind. This is gonna be a... Oh wait, no. I was gonna say check back, but he's super short. He donk jams, we snap it. What do you have here? Like king, queen, king 10? King, queen. Yeah, that's just like not a good flat pre. Just jam it pre. I guess it could be kind of cool if he thinks that he might have fold equity versus me post flop. I might misclick or something. This looks to be the final table. Yeah, this is the final table right now. So looking at the stacks, so we're sitting 4th right now. Good to know. Right, fold the ace rag under the gun. King 8 offsuit. Fold to a jam there. Ace 7 a raise. Not gonna get out of line here. Aces. And I'm gonna go for a 3-bet. I like around 3x here because it's really deep. So I think like 80, 84k, 88k is cool. Cool. And he folds. We take it down. It sucks with 3-betting the chip leader. We just have so few bluffs in that spot. I think. Like early on, he's gonna respect it a lot of the time. Easy call here. Now this is gonna be a bad fold. I do remember folding here, and I don't like it. This is probably the driest flop we are going to see in Texas Hold'em. 9 deuce 4 rainbow. So I can see neg PL C betting here with like every ace X, and even worse pairs for that matter, like 5s and 6s. I think still C bet here. So I think we need to call at least once. If this ball was like a 9-8 deuce, I think we can fold a lot more easy. He's going to have a lot more draws that have strong equity versus us, and he's going to have also a lot less bluffs at C-bet. So I think we need to call once here. This board is too dry. He's going to C-bet too many hands. King, queen, queen, jack, ace, X. It's just a silly fold here. Big blind calls. Check on the turn, and 4-5, ace, king. This has got to be a call. Simple as that. Until we're victorious. Bad flop, check fold, king 3, we opt to raise it up here instead of jamming. I don't mind a jam pre-flop here. There are 2 shorter stacks, he's among those. Jamming is kind of okay as well. So wait, what's the prize pool this tournament again? There was 7.6k for first, so it's around 20%. The times 5, 35, so we'll just say like a 40k prize pool. Let's chuck this head into ICMars and see what we can jam here. Here we go. 9 of us left. We can jam king high here versus an 18 big blind stack. There's 2 other stacks like 14 and 23, but like he has a call of extremely tight here. We're making $14 every time we push here. Like this is just such a beautiful spot to make money. So like raise folding is bad. I mean raise folding is, we're not raise calling obviously, but jamming or limping is, I just prefer like jamming is pretty. Just put him in the cage, punish him. He has to call with this range here. Ace 5 off, 5s plus. Like this is a pretty tight range. I'm just kind of like ashamed of myself for like raise folding here. Just jam it, Pav. Guys, I'm doing a tournament review of the Big 44 up to the final table now. Just recording it for YouTube. Stay tuned. Ace king off here. Gonna open it up. No kidding, Pav. No kidding. 6s here to a min, a 3-bet, and a freaking cold 4-bet, and they both fold. Cases again versus the same player with 3-bet early. 3-bet again. He calls. On this board, I like checking back. I think it's unlikely we get 2 streets from a king. We just have such a strong range. 3-betting here on the cutoff versus the big stack, which is why I don't think we get 2 streets from a king. So I think checking flop is the play. We can rep hands like ace, queen, and jacks and tens, and ace jack, and have him like far away. It's just going to be really tough getting like 2+ streets on this board if we see bet. We do see bet. He calls. The pot's now 388. That's like the worst turn imaginable. We don't really ever check ace king. I don't think we check ace king enough here, honestly. Maybe we do sometimes, but he jams. We're just like in the cage. That's the problem. We end up folding the aces. I think checking back is fine, because by checking back we at least, if we check back this flop, we are going to check a flop with ace king occasionally as well, right? So why, if we're checking with ace king, why not check with aces as well? At least that way, if we check back, the turn's a king, we call him, and we just call river. He doesn't bluff as much as well, and we don't have to rip our stack. Alright, now we're sure. We're not happy about that. King 10 gonna fold it. King 9 offset here. Even if he jams, we just have to fold here. Like we showed the spot earlier when we had King 3 and Big Blind could only call 22% of his range. And that was a 9 left, and we have to go even tighter now as there are less people left. Like, let's see what we have to call off with here, by the way. So we have to call king. We have to fold king jack off of calling king queen off, ace 9 off. Like, this is how much tighter it is as well. So you can see we're losing $55 if we make that call. Fold, fold, a fold, and folding. And folding to the 3-bet. He calls it. Looks like we get a ladder, which is neat. Pocket tens. Easy 3-bet jam, I would say. Uh-oh, big blind wakes up with it. Jacks are good, sir. And now we are down to how many? 6 big blinds with 6 players left. Easy jam with ace high. Take it down. Really nice pot to chip up. King 6 suited here. I mean, let's just double check. Like, why not? We've been doing it this whole time anyway. This is how important ICMizer is. It really improves your game big time. Like, these are where the biggest errors are made in tournaments. Final tables where the money matters. So you want to have these, you want to be a computer in these spots. That's what ICMizer is great for. So we're jamming King 5 suited plus. You're playing good, Pav. You're playing good. Don't date yourself, kid. Take it down. That was a big one. Tab deuce, no thank you. He jams there. And we're folding the king deuce off, obviously. Gonna fold the 10-8 there. Ace jack, easy jam. Take it down. King 3 suited. Now we just checked this one. It was King 5 suited plus. So we know this is a fold. And we'll defend here with 6-5 off and just check fold it. 9-6 suited, gonna fold it here as well. 9-5 off, no thank you. Queen 6 suited, got 3-bets in. Deep stacks are going at it, check, delay bet, alright. Easy jam here for 9, take it down pre-flop, cool. Ace rag for 9 versus button jam. We might be getting this in, actually. It's ace 6 off. Good to know we're getting in king 10 there. 9-5 suited. No, I don't want you. King 4 suited. Nope. Ace jack. We're just getting this one in. Yeah, we're just ripping it here. We're ahead of his opening range. We're not going to defend that. Just ripping it. Fade. I mean, not fade. Win a flip and then fade. 10-7 here, go for an open rip. This guy is overly tight. And not to mention, like, we should be jamming super wide here anyway. Jam and take it down. Fold the deuce 5. Do up to 18 big blinds again. We're down to 6, so pretty good comeback here. I feel like I'm reliving the moment. Raise, we defend. Rip the flop. Fold it. Fold here. 6-9, gonna fold. 3-7, ace queen, open jam. Good boy. Take it down pre-flop. 6-4, raise. We'll come along here. More to I hope. We need 15%. We're going to have that with this hand. I like a call here. He double barrels. Who cares what he did? Question is the play pre-flop the right play? We see a min, easy jam for 10s. The hand got us into trouble last time. This time we run into pocket 8s, 7s. 31 here, and I actually discussed this hand with a few friends, and they thought that folding is the best play because these 2 big stacks are gonna most of the time put a lot of pressure on our stack because we have a short stack on the button, and it's just gonna be so shitty facing a bunch of 3-bets to this hand. So I think just folding is the best play. And we even spoke about having a hand like Queen 10 suited here as well, where it might be better just to fold. Thankfully they all fold anyway.